Hello, thank you for joining me today for Sweet Tea Hospitality. This is a special holiday edition. I'm Karen Conrad. Today's episode is actually inspired by my mom, Betty Lou. Isn't that a cute name? When I grew up, my mom was so wonderful about just creating these centerpieces that were almost interactive. They told a story. And I remember when Levi was little, we loved to sit together and look at my mom's centerpieces. She would do things that could help you really get into the story of the centerpiece. And I've carried that tradition on past my mom. And this creation that we're going to be sharing with you today is based on that inspiration from Betty Lou, and also the peace and wonder that comes with this beautiful holiday season. So we had all sorts of fun putting this centerpiece and table setting together. And as I've mentioned, Dave and I love to do projects, and our family likes to jump in there as well. And I have 14 steps to share with you on creating this table and this centerpiece. Now, one thing that I want to encourage you with is everything that we do, we pretty much make or find things around the house. Now, I did bring in some special items that we just wanted to make sure we kind of put the icing on the top of the cake with. But what makes it fun is shopping in your own home and seeing what you can come up with and creating something that is special for you and your holiday season. So let's get started with how we put this Winter Wonderland centerpiece together. We started with, one day for some reason, we wanted to try dyeing cotton muslin material with blueberries. And we just thought it was a really cool thing to try to dye things naturally. So we went to Hobby Lobby, we bought some material, and in a stock pot, we put in some blueberries and some black beans, and we dyed the fabric. And so that was really the foundation of what we started with this centerpiece. And you might say the color is not exactly Christmassy, but part of the fun is figuring out how to make something Christmassy or holiday-like from something like this start of the napkins, and we created runners. So after we got it out of the dye, we washed it to set it, put it in the dryer, and then I actually got Levi and Dave at the sewing machine, and we all ironed the edges, just sewed them over, and then we did a runner as well. So it was really fun. It was definitely a family affair. So we started with that as a foundation, and then we looked around to see what we might have to add on top of that. And we found a piece of wood in a scrap pile. One of the things that Dave looks for is something called a live edge. And so what you see here is a piece of scrap wood. And he just added some oil to it, and it created this beautiful brown finish that became the foundation of what's our little winter wonderland. So that was the second step. Next, we went to Michael's and I got these bird houses. Now, they weren't white when I got them. They were natural wood. So on another family adventure night, we all sat around the table and we painted these little houses. Now, this is a little log cabin, and the other two that I have here are little houses. And so it's just really cute. And as you can see, we added candles in their little tea lights that makes it look like there's a fire glowing in each of these. So I placed those on the wood kind of in a way that it would be how houses really are, right? So they're not all perfectly in line. Sometimes they're angled, maybe on a street. But also just keeping in mind that when people are sitting at the table, I wanted them to be able to see one of the houses and the inside of it from wherever they sat. So we had the basis of our village. Next, I thought, what else would there be around houses like this with glowing fireplaces on the inside? And of course, there would be trees and there would be deer around. And so I went on Amazon and I got a couple very inexpensive items. I'm going to share those with you. I got 2 sets of these trees. They come in packages of different sizes. They're super light and they had that same wood on the bottom. So I arranged them around the houses in a way that I thought you would naturally find them if it was a real village. Next, I found these really cute little deer tea candle holders, and I placed those around. They're in different positions. This one's kneeling, there's some that are standing, and it added a nice glow. But also when you look at this and just imagining the people around the table, they can kind of imagine like me living there or what that village might be like. Now we tested this out where we sent a video of this to our grandson, and our daughter and son-in-law sent a picture back. He loved it. He was so excited looking at it. And I was like, okay, Dave, we did it. We brought the wonder into this centerpiece for people to gather around. So next steps are, we do need to have dishes, right, that we eat on. And I didn't want to just put dishes down. I wanted to continue with this theme. So I went to Kirkland's and we got some chargers. Actually, this first charger is one that I just had in the house. And this I initially got half price at Hobby Lobby. And it's tin and it goes with everything. So I just put that down as the base. Next, this is the charger that I found at Kirkland's, and everything was half price. That's one good thing about I'm very last minute, being last minute. You get everything on sale. But this is so cool. Look at the back and the top, and it goes right on the charger, and you can set plates on it. So it looks like evergreens on top of the plate. Next, we added layered plates. So I've got just the white plates that we would use every day, nothing fancy about that. And when I was at Kirkland, I found these green salad plates. Again, they were on sale, but the green was perfect to go in with our winter wonderland. So I set that on top. And I have these green wine glasses, and I'm going to tell you, I got these at the dollar store. Now, you might have nicer glasses to use at your home, but I wanted to get some green, and I really liked how light this was, so this was just $1. That's a great tip for you to get something inexpensive to add to your holiday festivities. And then with the napkins, I folded them over so that we have a rectangle. And we created some napkin rings out of wood ornaments. We went shopping at Michael's, and when I picked these up, they all looked like this. They were just plain. We got some Mod Podge, and we put those on the front. And then Dave and I sat in my office watching Christmas movies, and we painted little trees or decorations in green to go with this setting, and added those. If I put this over, just add those right on the napkin to create a napkin ring. And then with a calligraphy marker, we wrote words like believe, peace, Noel, cheers. And what's really fun about these is every one of them is different. Now I'm going to give you just a little secret about, Dave and I. He is really the artist, and so he does all these. They're just so beautiful and perfect. And then I come along and I'll do one, and it's just not at all perfect. You can totally tell the ones that I do versus Dave. Mine usually get really big, kind of out of control. But those are the things, even if you bring your children in, little children in, and you give them that freedom to be able to create something, you're actually creating memories for them that they've contributed to the holiday, and they've become a part of your decorating and the hospitality that you create in your home for the holidays. Finally, we got our silverware, and this is from Dave's grandma. And place those. Okay, it's all coming together. And then I look around and I think about what are the very final touches that we need to add to this. So one of them was we went and we got greenery and we just added them, kind of tucked it in under the wood and on the ends. And then I am a big votive candle fan. So we've got votive candles all over, and I actually really like it when they don't match. And these were votive candles that we were able to find at Pottery Barn and also at Hobby Lobby. And they're all silver, maybe white. I've got some that are gold. And so I laid them out almost like they were snow glistening. And I just created an atmosphere with the candles that brought even more wonder and peace to this winter wonderland table setting. So I want to encourage you that this is a season of peace and of wonder. And as we get our families involved, as we sit down and think about what our guests are going to feel like when they come over to our home for the holidays, we can focus on things that are creative, that reflect Jesus, and get all of our friends and family involved. And also, if you want to learn more about the steps that it took to create this centerpiece, please go to KarenConrad.net and I'll have a free download for you. And also, we love shooting this at night. And so in this series, we're also showing you some night shots that creates just a beautiful glow in the home. So thank you again. God bless you and have a wonderful holiday season.